over a 12-month period, that's like $6,000, $7,000 in shipping costs that you're eating. Now, I don't know about you, but that's a lot of money. I wasn't planning on doing another one of these so soon, but we've got another episode of the Full Bag Chronicles, and it starts right now. Of all the places to find yourself on the internet, and yet somehow you have all found your way here. If this is your first time visiting the channel, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. If you're not new here and you're returning looking for more information on sports jerseys, I also run a small business doing thrift items, and today we're going to talk a little bit about some stuff that I've experienced with my thrifting and my small business. So thanks for stopping by, welcome, and let's get right into it. I was looking at some numbers last night, the end of April. Today's May 1st. I was really happy about a couple of things, but there's also a couple other things that I'm like, oh hey, this would be really good discussion topics. I was going through my numbers last night and kind of comparing them to last year, which I do fairly often. Last year in April, I sold 50 items, and it still made for a halfway decent month. It was aided by really good sales, and kind of compared it to April this year. So comparing this year's numbers to last year's, I actually doubled my total number of sales, which is amazing. Didn't think I would get anywhere close to the century mark, especially in April, like the beginning of quarter two. It's not typically a strong sales month, I don't think. Just a couple of things I was, really pumped about that. But then when I started looking at the total amount of profit for the month, I was shocked that I actually made more money last year selling half the items, which doesn't make a lot of sense. But there's two factors that play into that. The first one, my buy costs have absolutely gone up. It's harder to find things now, and when you do find them, you have to pay up. That's just the way it is. There's kind of no way around that. Thrift stores here are continually increasing their prices. Multiple thrift stores close, so there's less places to go, and just competition. Like if you pass on something, you almost have to think somebody else is going to come along and snatch it up. If you're comfortable paying the price, you got to pay it, even if you feel like you're paying up. So deal with that a lot here. That was the first thing. The second thing, on my Instagram, so we talked back in January. I asked a bunch of my friends, would you feel more comfortable purchasing an item listed at a higher price with free shipping, or an item with the purchase price plus shipping? And the majority said the purchase price plus free shipping. So I started listing new items with free shipping and baking the shipping costs into the listed price online. Part of me thinks it has allowed my sales to increase, but at the same time, there's also this understanding that between even like January and now, or even last year, my total number of listings has increased by about 30%. So I have about 30% more active listings, which should equate to more sales, assuming I'm listing really good items. So what I found was, even with baking in the shipping costs into my listed price, I'm getting a lot of the same offers that I was before. When I looked at the month, basically, like I said, I sold, I think it was 94 things on eBay, and then some others on a couple other platforms, but everything was free shipping. Average shipping price is somewhere between $4 and like 75 cents and $7 for like Ground Advantage. So let's just say like 5 or 6 of the items sold with the shipping involved, and the rest were free shipping. So you multiply, let's just do like $5. Multiply $5 by 90 items, that's $450 in shipping costs I'm eating this month alone. Which, that $450 might not seem like a lot of money to a lot of people, but you got to look at the big picture. So that's just for like 1 month. So take that $450 and add that for a 12-month period. Now also take into consideration, there's probably a really good chance that the number of sales that I have as the year goes on is going to increase, because I'm going to keep listing more and more items. If you like take that $450, $500 a month, and then you do it over a 12-month period, That's like $6,000, $7,000 in shipping costs that you're eating. Now, I don't know about you, but that's a lot of money. That's money that could go back into my pocket, back into my business, back into my cash flow. I've got to come up with a solution because I don't see the buy costs necessarily decreasing right now. I need to come up with a solution for the shipping. Now, the reason why I think that this is an issue, like we're just going to just take, for example, an item that sells for like $30. So before I would list it for like $29.99 plus $6.99 shipping and handling, whatever. When I started doing the free shipping, I would bake that in. So my $29.99 plus shipping listing would turn into like a $34.99 with free shipping listing. What I discovered was a lot of times on these items, I get like $20 offers, which is fine. I appreciate people trying to get a good deal. It's not a big deal. But I would like typically counter, hey, instead of 30, let's do 27. It's 10% off. You're wanting like a 35% discount. It's not going to work. Like I would counter, and then they would counter back, and then at that point you're like $1 or $2 off, and by that point typically the buyers start getting a little irritated, and next thing you know, you're not making any deal because they're pissed off because you're going back and forth over $1 or $2. Now, like higher priced big ticket items, that's a totally different story. Typically what I'm selling is $30 or $40 sales price items. So you get into this where you're fighting over $1 or $2. Today, like I just wanted to kind of go over some of the issues that I'm dealing with my small business. It was buy costs and shipping costs, whether or not I should charge shipping. So here's what I'm thinking. A couple of days ago on Instagram, I kind of showed you guys I was super pumped about hitting the 250 sales in a 90-day period number for the first time. My active listings is somewhere between 430, 450. Basically breaks down to my store is turning over every 90 days at like 59 or 60%. The items are selling. So what we're trying to do is get to 300, 315 for the items sold, which should be about 70%, which would be amazing. So what I'm thinking about doing, I'm going to leave my active listings as they are right now with the free shipping, and going forward, maybe new listings, maybe put in a $3 or $4 shipping charge just to kind of eat some of that shipping costs. Because looking at this long term, losing $7,000 to $8,000 in shipping costs a year, that's a lot of money to me. That really, really hurts my bottom line, especially when buy costs continue to go up and up and up. Now, part of that, I realize I have to go out and find items. There's got to be a solution to this. So I might try this for like maybe the next 3 months, see what happens, see if my sales increase, see if my dollar profit per item increases again too. So got a lot of things to kind of play around with. Thought I would share just a little bit more today. I got some really good feedback yesterday from doing this. So thank you if you reached out. I do appreciate it. I know this is substantially longer, and I don't know, people might get bored with this, or they probably just don't care, which is fine too. I just feeling motivated, feeling creative, and just wanting to share, and hopefully maybe it's inspiring to someone else and maybe pushing them to do cool stuff. Anyway, hope you all are doing well. Happy Thursday, May 1st. Hope you all are having a great day. Enjoy some of this beautiful weather here in the Pacific Northwest. Let's continue to get after it. Let's keep making sales. Appreciate y'all for watching. And as always, take care, and we'll see you soon.